So here you make cakes?
Yeah.
Aha, okay. They look very nice. And you see the sea urchins everywhere in the water here. So clean, clean, clean and clean. So the girl and the cat. Yeah, and she's pointing at something. Yes, she's pointing at the church. Welcome to Sutivan. We are now in this small village, coastal village on island Brac, located a bit west of the main city, Sutivan. And what we're going to do in this video is simply to go and explore the center of town, look at the buildings, maybe see if we can find some beaches and other interesting parts. So please follow me around. So now we just drove into Sutivan. It is located 8-9 kilometers west of Sutivan, where the car ferry arrives, and now we're trying to find our way down to the center. What we already discovered, they're a little bit strange with putting up the signs here, but probably we'll even see here there's a Hungarian in front of us. He's lost, so we're not the only ones. Now we parked in Sutivan. Let's go down to the city and explore it, see what we can figure out about Sutivan. Let's go. So cars parked, so now it's just a bit of walking before we get down to the river. So Sutivan greets you with this nice alley with palms. So this is kind of a really nice welcome, I would say. Nice garden, really nice garden. And now we went down, you saw where we parked, just behind the central part, but I think actually you can go with the car and go in both from the west and east and get relatively close to the center as far as I recall. Because of course you have a lot of apartments and people need to be able to drive to them. So, and nice houses, look how beautiful. Renovated stone houses, really great. Already this looks interesting. So here you make cakes?
Yeah.
Aha, okay. They look very nice. So, bar, hotel guests only. Let's see. I'm not sure what the hotel is. Let's just go and see. So we just now asked the nice ladies at the reception here at the Hotel Lemongarden, which is one of the absolute, as I said, one of the nicest hotels you will find on the Adriatic. Really something to see. They have a fantastic garden, but because it's full of guests now, we were not allowed to film, but we might be able to come back another day because I think it's really something to see, and I also hope if they can take us through the other buildings here, because I think it's just fantastic how they made everything and they kept everything like, you know, in the stone, the traditional stone and these kind of things, which is a huge plus, I think. Sitting outside, you want to eat next to the sea, here you go. Doesn't get any closer. Wine bar, ooh, that sounds pretty good, I would say. So Sutivan definitely more than 1,000 people. I can't recall, it's around 1,500 or something like that. And it's one of the cities which has, where there's been a lot of new buildings when you get a little bit further out from the center. But luckily most of the core, you know, they really kept it in the stone, the traditional stone, so it looks fantastic in here. But the city has simply been expanding to both sides. with more and more building along the coast. Not sure if that's always a good idea, but when it's done, what can you do? It's hard to reverse it. Especially it's really far out, you know, it's hard to see, but basically you have from Sutivan all the way out to this, which is called Uvala, the Bay of Likva, which is pretty far. On the other side, not that much, but to the, this must be to the, I need to think, to the west. Really long out. Yeah, and even here, there you see it a little bit more detailed. But so we're basically walking out on this side now. We're going to continue out here so we can see some of the beaches. And you will also see lots of the buildings they are doing out there. Also okay, but not super impressive. Okay, what guy is that? That's definitely some bishop or cardinal. We need to clean it up. Stone. Wash it down. So first small beach to this side of town, or on this side of the town center. Pebble. Seems easy to get into the water. And here we have a special offer if you are good with your hands. So of course you are looking directly towards the city we have on the other side. I don't know how visible it is on the footage, but it's basically split over there. You have two big cruisers at the cruise ships at the split port. They might be visible. Maybe I can wave to my family if they are home at the balcony. Oh, you can at least drive here with a car. I'm not sure, yeah, you will have to probably come down somewhere out here and go in. I would assume this is one way. Olive oil house. Oh, that's also a bit alternative how they did this. Natural bio product. Looks nice. Looks nice. And you see the sea urchins everywhere in the water here. So clean, clean, clean and clean. Oh. Yeah. I kind of had it in my head, but I just, you know, I was not sure. But there is this with a ramp. You see now the ramp, so I'm not sure. I think you can only go in here if you have some kind of permission to go here. If you live here or if you're a tenant in one of the apartments. I'm not sure exactly how the system works, but since they have the ramp, you know, there must be a reason for that. They don't want everybody to go drive this way. I'm not sure exactly how the system works. Just want to have a look. That's what I call a nice balcony for a cup of coffee. Except when there's Bunta, probably it's not the best place to be. So now we are at I think this is a little bit, now starts a little bit bigger beach. Let's check it out here. Jet ski for the sunbed, 7, reasonable. We have seen more expensive. Not sure what the name is of this beach. Again, pebble, look, nice. Nice water entrance. Let's figure out, we're gonna be here. It's called Majakovac Beach. So now we took the car and drove out to the area where we basically stopped walking earlier on the west side of the city. So now we're gonna drive along the coast because out here there is cars allowed. So that basically you can see the rest of the coast here in Sutivan, and we have beaches all along, mixed between rocks. Somewhere there's a little pebble, but basically everything is a beach in a sense, or people would use it as a beach. Here we come up to another pebble, and this one is called, let's see what it says on the sign. It's called Bistrica, and this one also seems quite popular. I've walked out this way several times. It's actually a nice walk, just not when there's 35 degrees outside like today, or 33. It kind of takes the fun a little bit away. But now we are getting out to a place which I wanted to show you. It's a really nice beach area. It's the Likva beach. I think it's called Likva. So we will see if we can find a place to leave the car. Yeah, Likva beach. We're at Likva beach now, west of Sutivan. Probably one of the better beaches you saw in the video. Probably some of the Sutivan video. Some of the beaches which is around town. There's plenty of them if you're staying in Sutivan, but if you want a little bit extra and you want to spend the day on the beach, this is probably the closest one you can find, which is a little bit, you know, nicer than the rest of them. You see really fine pebble, so if you have kids, great place to go. And of course you have the cool restaurant and beach club along the bay here at the end of the bay. So, you know, if you want to go up, sit and have a coffee, have a drink, have a cocktail, or even have some food, everything is available here. That's not the case with all of the other beaches. Look our small house. 30 square meter house on 2 floors. And now we're back. We have the Hotel Lemongarden. Port is relatively small here, and it's basically everything you see here is small local boats. There's really no space for sailing yachts coming in here. It's at least very limited, so I guess they simply, that's not kind of the guest which this town is laid out on. It's more people who come and stay here. Wow. Castle Marijanovic from the, from the 17th century. wonder if that's made into an apartment. So the girl and the cat. Yeah, and she's pointing at something. At the church, probably. I'll see. Huh? Yes, she's pointing at the church. So let's see what the eastern part of town has to offer. Here's the beach area to the east. So a nice pebble beach on this side, and it basically continues out there. We have concrete, but really nice beach area. Also seems to be popular. There's quite a few people here. Strange, there's no coffee bar. So let's see what the name is of this beach. So that's Bunta Beach, relatively close to the center. So this is basically as far as I'm going to take you out in this direction. Of course, if you continue this road, you have plenty of apartments, villas, all the way out. But now basically, because we passed the ramp, the center of town, we are out of that, so the rest I will leave up to you to explore. So now we saw Sutivan, we walked around from the old town, we walked to the west, we walked to the east, and basically saw the main things around the ports. And we saw some of the beaches, which you can enjoy here in the city. So I hope you liked it. So please give the video a like and follow our channel so you can see videos from other places in Croatia. Thank you.